it's a bit too early in the morning to do any grinding, so I thought I'd give you a tour of what's left of the floor. Woo. So what I did is I cut the main chunk of floor out and left the inner sills and the outer sills in place, because I thought it'd be easier to do it like this than with the floor in situ. So yeah, it's had new inner sills at some time, but look, you can see it's not good, is it? Anyway, so I've got to chop all of those out. This is the bit that was really made me want to have to chop the floor out, is the back end. The corners are just proper nasty, and they've had a few repairs. I didn't really want to remove the back pockets, but of course you have to, because the inner sill obviously travels all the way to the back of the car, or at least to this panel here. I know you can buy the floors that you just chop out the back end section and they have a flap and they weld up against these. I've done that before back in the 80s, and it's a bit of a bodge job, isn't it, really, because you can never actually repair the rust or the holes that are inside the pockets. So the pockets are held on with these flanges here, this there, so there's like a million spot welds on there. They're obviously spot welded on here, but at the base they actually go inside, so they're welded. How did they ever do that in the factory? That's a good question. Oh, I know. Because in the factory, the floor section, this bit, this bit, this bit, and then I don't know, and then this. Do you know what? I'm gonna have to look at one of the old mini factory videos and see how they do that. How do they connect that? Anyway, I didn't want to remove it, but I have to remove it. Anyway, so this panel then obviously needs replacing, because that's shot and that's held onto the floor. So the floor goes along and up, so that's part of the floor panel, and the back panel comes down and back in like there, so it's like an L shape joint. And then obviously that joins up onto the back seat with all the spot welds, and obviously that's then spot welded against the side pockets. And eventually I'm going to have to drill these ones out to remove the floor. But plan A is to chop this lot out, try and get those pockets out, then put the floor and the backboard in. Right, let's crack on. that bit, that little reinforcing, oh look, it doesn't actually, I thought that was good. Look, it's not actually connected. Okay. But this is where the floor, this is where the inner sill fits against, and that's spot welded on there. It also spot welds along this little reinforcing bracket and then along the step. Right. It looks like it's had some sort of repair along here. Now this is an extra bit of something or other. And the spot welds have been really hard to try and identify along there. I don't know why. So I'm going to come up with a different technique, and I'm just going to hack the bottom off along there and then try and do that separately afterwards. Enjoyed yourself. 2016. Hello. I covered thy neighbour's Mini. That's a nice one, mate.
from the Mini Cooper Day at Bewley in the New Forest, and I've bought some really nice stuff. This is the one. This is for the Rallycross Mini. And this lot is for Bernie.
Well, I'm sorry it's been a long time since the last video, but as usual, race cars seem to get in the way. However, as you can see, I've chopped the entire floor out and things are progressing a couple of units at a time. I promise it won't be so long until the next video. Until then, ta-ta for now.